Hello there and welcome to a new Let's Play. I've been meaning to play this game for a very long time. You may be thinking to yourselves, Max, what is this? This is not a narrative-focused game. This is not a game inspired by the worlds of your youth like Shadowrun. Well, as a matter of fact, I just finished my Shadowrun playthrough at 43 parts. Wow, that took a long while. Final Fantasy is still going on, and I honestly feel like a little bit of a change of pace. I mean, I love story-driven games. I'm all about them. But I also love games that commit to their aesthetics. Commitment to a story idea or an aesthetic is so very important to me. And none of those games do it as well as the Endless series. I'm talking about Endless Space, Endless Legend, and Dungeon of the Endless, all done by Amplitude Studios. This game here is really strange, because this game looks incredibly daunting from the outside in. When I first sat down to play this game, I was terrified. I was royally terrified about playing this game because it seemed like it was enormous. It's a randomly generated dungeon crawler with 12 or 13 levels that you have to traverse through, and it's also like a tower defense game because enemies attack you, and you have party members, and you control them, and it seemed overwhelming. And a couple of weeks back, I actually finally had time, and I sat down, and I played an entire sitting of this game. It takes about 3 hours to finish an entire run, which makes it much more involved than Binding of Isaac or another game like that, because you get super attached to your characters, and basically by the time I was on the 10th floor, I was running, because I was like, no, I don't want anybody to die, because when characters die in this game, they die forever, and, you know, I didn't want to end up in a situation where I'm like, I'm 2 hours in, I can't let these people die, and I became super attached to these characters, and I was like super intense, nervous, because I'd never played this game, but I managed to beat it, and I felt really proud of myself, and I thought, you know what, I think I'm ready. Let's bring it to the channel, and I'm going to explain to you the way that this series is going to work. Each mini-series of this Neo campaign is going to be one particular gaming session. Basically, it should take about 3 to 3.5 hours to beat this game, and basically, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to try my gosh doodly darnest to beat it. Now, how does this game work? What does this all mean? I will explain to you in the time being. Before we go anywhere, I'm going to explain to you, this is not a narrative-focused game. This is a gameplay-focused game. We're going to be traversing a dungeon. We're going to form a party. We're going to grab a escape pod, and we're going to get the hell out of here. So let's start that right now. This game is so pretty, you have no idea. I am going to lose the game that I was in the middle of because I was testing the recording, but it'll be fine. So let's just show you the opening sequence. And what I love about this series of games by Amplitude is that they all take place in the same universe, and you keep running into the Endless, or remnants of the Endless, which were this totally awesome, powerful race. Do you see what happened? The ship, this enormous prison ship that we were inside of, exploded, and our escape pod managed to make it out. And here's our escape pod. So, what I like about this game is that it's incredibly cool, and also because like it commits to its aesthetic. You're literally playing as a bunch of people who are escaping on a escape pod, and of course, as any other new age roguelike, by which I mean a game with permanent death and a lot of randomized generation inside of it, it has the two most bullshit difficulties ever. You have too easy and easy, which should be read as normal and super hard. We're gonna be playing on too easy because I'm a baby. And just to prove that I have beaten the game, I have actually unlocked the next two ships, the Infirmary Pod and the Armory Pod. Now, you may be thinking to yourselves, what do these mean? What does these mean, man? What is the point with all of these? They all change the way the game works. It's not just like you pick a different character, because you pick a bunch of different characters, but the ships that you have automatically change the way the game is played. Now, this first few episodes are going to be a lot of me explaining how the game works, so just tag along. I can assure you, the tension and the drama will come in, and there is actually a little bit of story in this game. It's not super narrative based, but you can sometimes get characters to interact with one another. Now, I'm just gonna show you. If you want to pause and actually check how ridiculous these freaking ships are, you can just read their descriptions and stuff. They change the way the game works, and there's a bunch more to unlock. I don't have the library. I don't have the refrigerator because I'm weak. The drill pod, yours is a drill that will split the heavens. And, oh yeah, one of the things that when I beat the game, I tweeted about it, and the CEO of Amplitude Studios tweeted at me going, "Good, nice job. Now play on easy with the sanitary pod. That should give you a challenge." And I'm like, wow. I'm like, I beat your game. What you gonna say about that, Amplitude Studios? And the CEO is like, play on the hardest difficulty, you big baby. I'm like, man, tough man. So, additional to the ship that we pick, basically the ship in which you escaped in, we have to pick a number of characters. Now, you start the game with like 4 and whatever DLC you own, and they added a patch with a bunch of TF2 characters. I haven't used them, I'm not particularly interested in using them just yet, because I like the vanilla experience. I beat the game using Nurse Dina Ratchet, who's pretty cool, and also I used Professor Josh Nutella, who's a giant dork and I love him. For this campaign though, we're gonna be using what I'm calling the Waifu Dream Team. We're gonna be having the best, the awesome Miss Midzi Curtis. I love her aesthetic. I'll read you her description right now because she's so freaking awesome. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. While rumor says Missy is possessed by a demon, the truth is actually different. In fact, the same physical space is occupied by 2 different entities from 2 distinct planes of reality. As the planes move closer together or further apart, one or the other personalities becomes dominant. This has made it difficult for her to develop serious long-term relationships. On the plus side, the other entity is an ancient demon war hero which has developed deep insults who has helped keep the insults to a minimum. This should give you a little bit of a taste for what sort of game you're in. What I love about the Endless universe is that it's so freaking ridiculous. It's like Warhammer 40k, except if you take the grim darkness out of it. Because it's a little bit silly, but it's also like amazing in scope. The first game in the Endless series is called Endless Space, and it was a really good 4X strategy game that is still, you can go and pick it up, it's still a really good game, and I think Endless Legend is way better than it, but you know, that's just me being a giant nerd. That game had the craziest victory conditions. You could win the game by digitizing your entire race and basically living in cyberspace. Why? Because if you live in cyberspace, resources don't matter. You are data in a computer. Nothing matters. Leave the planet and leave the universe to kill each other. You are now digitized. Who cares, right? You're living in the Digimon world. The game is ridiculous like that. You could also like gain so much science that you could start doing time travel deals with past versions of yourself. It's so ridiculous. It's incredibly ridiculous, and this game completely embraces that. And I love Mitzi because you will see her traits later, but she's literally 2 people from different dimensions meshed into one single body, and she's also hella cute. So what else could you possibly ask for? Mitzi will be joining us today on the first episode. And the other person that I want to take with me is Sarah Numas. Famous across the galaxy as a bounty hunter, Sarah was hired to escort a particularly troublesome prisoner to Aruga. The prisoner in question, an ex-leader of intergalactic pirates, disappeared when the ship went down. Sarah remains tight-lipped about it, but is clearly focused on finding the escapee in question and ensuring that justice is served. As I mentioned, there's actually like a plot line between all of these characters, and I assume that pirate leader is actually one of the characters we haven't unlocked yet. And in between levels, there's like an elevator sequence where characters actually chat with one another, and if you have the right combination of characters, you can actually advance their plot lines, which is really cool. But with all those things out of the way, we have our crew, we have our ship, and if you want just really quickly, I'll tell you what these stats mean really quickly. The heart symbol is health, the running symbol is your speed, you need to be really fast, that's why we have Sarah with us. The fist is attack, and the little head symbol is called wits, which is used for something else. Don't worry about it, it's not important right now. Anyways, as you can tell, we have a really kind of a strength and speed focused team. We're gonna be able to gain more characters later, up to a maximum of 4, but that will be revealed later. For now, let's dive right in. Quite literally, because we're gonna crash into that place. I'm so excited for playing this game. And I'm actually going to start my timer now because I didn't want to have all the explanation take up time in the episode. So let's just start. I am so excited to play this game. I've been looking forward so much to playing this game. Alright, let's pause the game. Welcome to Dungeon of the Endless. In Dungeon of the Endless, we have to traverse a series of floors that are randomly generated before your very own eyes. In this game, you play as a set of characters. In this case, we have Mitzi, and we have, can I actually bring up your menu? Yes, Mitzi Curtis and Sarah Numas. Mitzi has no active abilities just yet, and a bunch of passive skills, while Sarah actually has both. Her active skill is Run Away, gives her extra speed. This is really useful later on, you'll understand why. And if you've played this game, you're telling yourself, wow Max, it's Scum tier, carrying Numas is easy mode. Go learn how to play, you noob. And I'm like, don't be like that. What I like about Mitzi is that her entire deal with her is that she's an absolute loner. Most people are meant to work together as a team, not her. Her passive skill is called Bad Company. Whenever any other heroes in the room get a negative to defense whenever she's in the room. But whenever she's by herself, she gains extra damage. So basically what you want with her, and she's boring, whiny, and just has poor hygiene. You literally you keep Mitzi. You keep Mitzi just as almost like a single individual wall, basically. She's her own kill room, and she's really powerful. Now, as for resources, of course you can pause the game, as you can tell. As for resources, here's what we've got. We have four resources, and by the way, if you have played any of the Endless game, you will recognize them because they're the exact same resources as in the games. We have Industry. Industry, we generate a little bit of it every turn, and Industry is a resource required to make turrets and to make any sort of buildings inside of the dungeon. Science is used for research, food is used for healing your heroes and leveling them up, and dust, also known as gold, also known as the biggest resource in the entire game, is used for powering rooms. We gain dust simply by exploring and killing enemies. Now, this first floor is really freaking simple. I'm gonna leave Mitzi here, because she's basically the guardian, and our little friend, Sarah, why do I keep calling her Lady? I think I keep calling her Lady because that's, I own the soundtrack for this game, by the way, which is amazing. And the track that has her picture is called Lady something. Lady Blade, I think? Anyhow, so we're gonna go and open this door. As you can see, we gain resources and we find some monsters. Now, here comes the main strategy of this game goes a little bit like this. This game is a roguelike, by which I mean that, generally these games are turn-based. Now, this game doesn't appear to be turn-based, but it actually is. The measure of time in this game is every time you open a door, everything ticks. You gain resources and monsters spawn in rooms. Where do monsters spawn, Max, you may ask? Monsters spawn in rooms that are dark. If a room is dark, it has a chance of spawning enemies. So what you want to do is activate rooms, which you can by spending your gold, basically. You can basically spend energy to power rooms. If there's light in a room, enemies won't spawn there. Additionally, enemies won't spawn if there's a hero present. That is basically the way to do things. Now, I'm gonna basically move Mitzi up, so she's, we're basically moving up the kill room. Now, the main strategy in this game, and what I realized, because from the outside in, this game looks incredibly freaking daunting. I'm like, there's so much going on. There's not. It's really simple. It just has a lot of moving pieces. Now, I would just go and open this, but of course, you gotta keep in mind, this game is also about construction, it's also about keeping track of all your things. I told you, we have resources, food, industry, and science. How the hell do we get more of that? You gotta build some buildings. We have resource generators, support, which we have nothing of, we have no defense, and we have attack, which is just basically the level 1 turret. They cost really cheap because you're gonna be making tons of them. Now, as you can tell, every floor, every room has a number of holes in them. The big hole is for big modules, and the little hole is for the little modules. Simple and easy, nothing big here. Now, what is the best thing to build first? I like to build food. Because that way we're getting more food, which means leveling up the heroes and healing them. Food is kind of like, because I think you can survive without industry. You can survive without science. Okay, here's the thing. I'm feeling kind of bothered about this because all of the resources are really important, because without science you can't get better modules, and without better modules you're gonna start falling behind in the end game. There are so many ways to lose in this game, but we're gonna be focusing on survival, so let's do this. And this is a dead end. I didn't want that. I didn't want a dead end. That's a self-power room. Perfect. Some rooms power by themselves because they have this faint blue mist. That's good. Perfect. As I mentioned, the main strategy in this game, and as I was playing it the first time, I realized the trick is this. You want the longest path. You want a giant, long corridor where enemies have to walk through to get to your base. Oh, I forgot. What is the fail state in this game? You die if both of your characters die. Easy. And also you die if you generator. The generator is the little thing that was inside of your escape pod, and is literally a giant chunk of dust. And when this thing falls apart, you can't power rooms, and you're basically gonna die in the darkness of space. Basically, you're gonna die in the darkness of this cave, and you're just gonna starve to death. So, the way that we traverse levels, and excuse me if I'm just overfilling you with explanation, I can assure you we'll be moving a little bit faster later on. Just gonna get all the bases. The goal of each floor is to find the elevator, and once you find the elevator, you grab this guy and you run. You run and you run, because the instant you pick this up, enemies are gonna spawn endlessly. And they will overpower you, they will destroy you, and they will kill you. I don't have enough to build another one, which I wanted, but that's life. So in that case, lady, open up the door, and let's get a move on. As you see, things take over. We found a treasure chest. And we have extra gold, so I'm just going to power this room. We found a t-shirt. There's actually equipment as well, as you can tell. The person who's moving the fastest right now is actually our little friend. Oh, she loses speed, though. To hell with that, actually, yeah. I'm going to give it to Mitzi. Now, pro tip, if you're playing this game, which is a really good game and you should play it, if you feel like roguelikes, of course, you know, this may not be everybody's cup of tea. Pro tip, okay? Mitzi needs to be, you need to level up Mitzi. Level up Mitzi all the freaking time because she doesn't have a weapon. So she only gains extra damage through leveling up. Leveling her up should be your priority. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna actually build another. I'm gonna build an industry to start making more, because you know we need more industry to get moving. Now you may be asking yourselves, Max, do you need to Okay, yeah. As you can tell, all the rooms are powered, which means that we don't have to worry about enemies popping out, except if they pop out of here. Nothing here. Another self-powered room. Wow, this first floor has been really easy, almost too easy. You may be asking to yourselves, Max, so do you want to open every door? No, you don't want to. Line your necks up, monsters. I just sharpened my sword. What is this? Oh, yeah, science? Perfect. Boom, powered up. Not a lot of monsters showing up yet because we're keeping all of the things powered. You may be asking to yourselves, so you can just power up rooms and win. Well, you have a limit. We can only power up 3 rooms. As you can tell, we're powering up these 3 rooms. And there's gonna come a point really quickly where you're gonna have more rooms than power to power them up, or ability to power them up. Mitzi, move up. We're gonna need you a little bit closer. Actually, weren't you? Oh no, you don't have the ability to actually power things up just yet. And really quickly, I want to build a science as soon as possible. We should be fine though. What is the best longest corridor? Go this way, lady. And I have just forgotten what I was talking about. We'll no. Do you need to open all the rooms? No, you do not need to open up all the rooms. It's actually a really bad idea, because there comes a point in which you're gonna end up spending more resources than you're gonna get back. The first time that I played this game, when I made it to a particular point, I ended up just basically bailing it. Like, literally just running. I'm like, nah, you know what? We don't have to be here. I don't have to kill my heroes over extra pieces of gold. Let's get out of here. This is a risk-reward game. This is literally gambling, and you have to be really careful about how you gamble. As you can tell, we don't have the ability to activate any more rooms, so enemies can pop out of here at any moment. I feel pretty confident though, because we have, you know, Mitzi over here being badass wall lady. You haven't seen her in action, just wait, she's really freaking powerful. And no enemies popping out of here. Yes, they're popping out of there. Whoa. I don't... Okay. She should be able to... She's taking damage. They heal up at the end of the encounter. Just watch. Just watch her just be awesome. Are you gonna follow me? Are you literally gonna... You're literally following me. Wow. What a pro. Okay. Mitzi, please do your thing. She's totally awesome. Demon. Yeah, look at that. One hitting enemies. She's so good. She's too good. She's too good. As you can tell, we restore all our health. Now you may be asking to yourselves, that seems really overpowered. I don't think it is, because if you want to heal your heroes, you have to spend food, which is a limited resource, as you can imagine. Let's now build that science. Let's get a going. And can I level up you up again? Is that a good idea? I actually don't want to, because another reason that you can another thing that you can use Mitzi, move up. Another thing that you can use food for is for hiring new heroes, which we're gonna have to do. And I want to unlock a couple of new heroes. That's why actually, you know, I'm out here. Let's unlock some new stuff. Let's have fun. This first episode has been flowing by, but now what I don't like is that this room here in darkness it's gonna be summoning monsters. Now, really quick pro tip. Again, I told you, you want a long corridor that enemies have to walk through if they want to get to the moneymaker. Now, if you go and open this door here, that's just basically, like, ruining your own plans, because you have enemies coming from here and here. Again, you want a long corridor. So let's go down to the bottom. And that's a dead end. I don't like that. That's bad. Okay, she should be fine. We have enemies coming out of here. They should be going out to, yeah, they're passing this way. And Lady is having issues with these little guys. I don't want to have to heal her up, because that's just costs us a lot of money. And just watch Mitzi just tearing enemies up. The problem with Mitzi is that she's not a team player, which is kind of a bit of a problem. But she's literally a wall. Like, these guys won't be able to touch her. Just do it. See, she's too good. She's too good. Now, you may be wondering about the math. every time you gain 10 dust, you gain an extra little nugget there you can activate rooms with. So we're looking for multiples of 10. Now you may be asking yourself, Max, can you lose gold? Yeah, you can spend gold at the merchant, which is a terrible idea. And if enemies attack your core, you lose gold. So, again, you don't want to do that. Now, again, we have extra rooms now, and we can't power them, which is not good. Mitzi, move up. And I hate this, because now there's an extra room where enemies can come out of, and that's just basically bad. I hope, okay, this is not a dead end, because that would have been doubly bad, because we're talking about 3 rooms that enemies can come out of. The problem with Lady, I'm just going to call her Lady, even though her name is Sarah Numas. The problem with her, oh my god, Lady, get out of there. You're getting yourself destroyed. Okay, Mitzi probably won't be able to do this on her own. She probably won't be able to do this on her own. Can I level her up and get health up? Okay, okay, I got her ability. Her ability is called Battle Madness. On herself, more attack power, increased range, and attack cooldown, which means that she can attack faster and she cannot move. Activate that now. I think that was the wise decision. Look at her just going. She's so cool. I love Mitzi. She is the best. She is the best. And also, of course, Sarah Numas has an ability, but we have not been using her. Oh my god, we're just 2 nuggets away from getting a new room. We're going to be getting tons of enemies now. And this is only the first floor. That's the problem. And we haven't found a research lab. We haven't found anything. This is not going too well. Monsters, 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 monsters. No monsters. You know what I should be doing? Mitzi, get in this dark room. As I mentioned, enemies can't be summoned in a dark room if there's a character in them. So basically, Mitzi here is going to be blocking any enemies that come in here. I should have done that earlier, but you know, I'm doing commentary. It's not exactly the easiest. But you know, it's all part of the fun. My god, how long is this dungeon? Okay, we now have... We should be a little bit fine. Mitzi should be able to take care of all of those. And I can just activate this room right now. Is anything going to get past Mitzi? I don't think so. Was that it? I think that was it. That was the sound of things going pretty well. Oh, no, no, no. That is a sound. Okay, that is a sound that things are going really well. I like the sound design in this game because it almost does the Left 4 Dead things, where like you learn to recognize the sound of enemies spawning and enemies despawning, and you're like, I'm like, oh no, something big just got summoned. Whoops. Following the super death corridor theme, I think we're gonna have to open up this way. Hey, I should be summoning new buildings. I should be summoning new buildings ASAP because we have a lot of rooms to go to. And you know what? Give me another. I want another food. Yeah, no, I want lots of food so I can level up Mitzi. And I'm gonna summon. I can't summon another one. In that case, do I even want to? Yeah, you know what? Let's give Mitzi a little bit of a hand. Let's summon a couple of these little guys. They're not super expensive, and this is literally gonna be a super kill corridor. So now I'm not worried about this area at all because she should be able to kill those guys on her own now. So, lady, advance. This is a dead end, which I'm not happy about. Oh, that was good. That was really good. Okay, lady should be fine. Micromanaging is like one of the things in this game. Okay, I'm gonna kill this door right here, so no, they can't spawn from there anymore. Lady's doing fine. Okay, lady, get out of there. Are they gonna follow me? They're gonna follow me. Okay, in that case, fall back. She's really fast. See, like, just watch the death unfold here. Yeah. I think the smartest course of action would have been to just lead them all back. Is that it? I think that's it. We are 69. Best number NA. Wow, look at all these freaking dark rooms. That's not good. How much does it cost to buy one of these? 48. We're not gonna buy one of those anymore. As you can tell, this is kind of the flow of the game. You open doors, things happen. That's a really minimalistic way of looking at things, but I love minimalism. We haven't found anything like a merchant, or I mean, new weapon? New weapon? What was that? Use Chilton. You know what? I'm gonna do the smart thing and actually just run all the way back. And just let her take care of it. I don't know where I'm gonna position the camera. I'll probably have it here, I think. But yeah, anyhow. More enemies, more enemies, more enemies, more enemies. Just watch her destroy things. Pretty good. Is that it? I think that is it. Now, activating this seems like the best course of action, so they don't spawn there, but oh, this is a dead end. This is an absolute dead end. Well, in that case, let's go up and just get moving then. Simple as that. Yes, there's some truth to be told about getting Mitzi. Oh, that's the elevator. Perfect. Are there enemies spawning? Enemies spawning? No, 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 no. Okay. So, we have found the elevator down, which is not a bad thing. The problem that I have is, let's actually level up Mitzi one more time. No, I like to level up my heroes at the end of the level, actually. Or at the start of the next level. See, this is the thing. I could just grab the power thingy and just get out of here, but it's the first floors. I think we should be fine. Let's actually open up a couple of doors. No, Mitzi, just stay there. No. We're not a team right now. We are a team. We're just working differently. This is the last dungeon of the floor, and we just found the research box. Wow. Thanks, game. That is such a bad move. So it means, oh man, that's exactly what I was talking about. The problem with this game, well, no, it's not a problem. It's just part for the course. Hey, you know what? No, she should be fine. She doesn't need damage boost. Look at her. Boom. That's it. Okay. So I'm gonna show you now the escape, basically. But before that, allow me to explain. Research allows us to get better modules, and if you don't get modules relatively soon, like new weapons, new things, you're gonna start lagging behind, and that could easily destroy us. Easily destroy us. So my timer's gonna go off relatively soon, but you know what? I may actually give you an extra floor today, just so you get a feeling for how things go. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna turn off the timer, and we're gonna go off the record. So I'm gonna turn this on. What do I? Oh, I forget. You have to have everything linked. I forgot about that. This is bad. This is so bad. So. Okay, so allow me to explain to you the way this works. And this is not going to happen on the first floor because we cleared up all of the doors. But generally, this is the way the game works. The instant you pick up the core, all of the doors in the dungeon open. And all of those dark rooms that you didn't open now have monsters in them. And they're going to start spawning endlessly. You cannot beat them. They will overpower you and destroy you. And that is beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Generally, what I like to do is that I like to basically clean up with power every area that I'm in, so that basically enemies won't spawn as I'm flinging. This time, though, no matter how I do it, like if I do this, enemies won't spawn on the way in, but they'll catch up with us on the way out. And that is not good. Can I just do... Okay, so enemies won't spawn there. Enemies will spawn here, though. Well, that just sucks. Well, you know what? We're just gonna have to deal with it. The reason why I brought Mitzi, though, is because she has a running speed, which makes her run faster. Now, the general problem is that the instant you pick up the core, this character cannot attack, or whoever's picking it up cannot attack, and is moving really slowly. So, but generally, the trick is this. Okay, now, run. Also, doesn't this kind of sound like the... See, like, look, there's exclamation marks everywhere. Doesn't it kind of remind you of, like, the Bowser theme? It kind of does remind me of the Bowser theme. Now, Mitzi should be able to take care of those guys relatively quickly. Or, not quickly enough, but at least fast enough so we can actually beat it. Get to the elevator. Mitzi, cover the rear. More enemies are coming. Okay, run. Everybody, get to the elevator. Smell you later, suckers. And that's the first floor. We gotta make it just through 12 more like this. That was 14 minutes, not bad. When my mom said, life is a struggle, is this what she meant? And you get the nice elevator sequence. This is a nice song, by the way. I recommend the soundtrack, by the way. I think you can get it on Bandcamp for pay what you want, which includes free. So if you're broke, like I am 90% of the time, pick up the soundtrack, you know? Like, you know, tweet about it, let people know it's a really good soundtrack. I recommend it fully. So, with that, let's go to the second floor, and we'll move on from there. How about that? I'm gonna give you one extra floor on this inaugural episode of Max Plays Dungeon of the Endless. But thankfully, from now on, I won't have to give you as much explanation because now you know. 3 doors on the very first floor. Are you kidding me? Well, before that, let's actually level up this girl. And I won't level up Missy just yet in the case that we find a party member. And you haven't even seen like the shop. Oh, that's Dina. Oh, that's the nurse girl. Do I want to buy the nurse girl? She's good. Okay. You know what? This is the thing with the game. The thing with the game is that you can actually kick people out. You can actually dismiss them. So, and it doesn't cost, it actually gives you resources back. So you know what? I'm gonna hire her, just so I can have her in between things. So there you go, we now have Nurse Dina Ratchet. Ratchet is unable to do anything without screaming orders before, during, and after. An overbearing and annoying Martinet. She does not consider a job well done until the entire galaxy has heard about it. Unafraid to yell when silence will do. Her voice has been classed as a lethal weapon. I like her. She also has a heal, which is really important. Okay, so now these 2 girls are basically the mobile attack force, while Mitzi is on her own now, basically. This is not bad. And of course, as always, I'm gonna drop a food generator immediately to make things very easy. And I always like to go down. I will go down with this ship. I will purse my mind and surrender. Is that how that song goes? Oh, Dido. Mitzi, move up. Dream team, advance. We just found the exit. What the hell? What the hell? Well, I'm not gonna go into the exit. I mean, I could go into the exit. I literally could. But early on in the game, the levels are actually easy enough that it's kind of a waste to do that, because you're kind of just, I don't want to say you're wasting the prime opportunity to unlock new characters and stuff. Now, really quickly, in order to unlock characters, you can't see it, but you have to have them for a number of turns. They have to survive. You can't just hire them and now they're unlocked. You have to actually work hard. You have to work for your new waifus. That's a lot of freaking gold. Nice. One more door. No enemies just yet, which I appreciate. First come, first served as a hamburger. And there's not enough power to do that. You know what? So in that case, I'm gonna depower this. I don't care if enemies come out of here because Mitzi will take care of them. So in that case, let's I have industry. Let's actually get. We have a lot of science. We do have a lot of science, but you know what? Might as well just have the basic default going. Easy peasy. Let's open up this gate and let's get a move on. As you can tell, different characters have different speeds, which is really important. Oh, gee. These are the sort of monsters that just rush for the gate, but you can't just rush when Mitzi's around. So this cannot be turned on. So Mitzi has to stay here now. Oh, I hate this. We're getting like pincer attacked. Max said, I don't know what you picture in your mind when I did this. I picture Pinsir, the Pokemon, doing this. That's how. So that's the sort of nerd you have as your captain today. All right, let's open up this. This is a bad setup. This is a really bad setup. I don't like it. Oh crap! Oh crap! Ah crap! They're already in the goddamn. They're in the goddamn core. I hate that. Oh, they're attacking the core. I hate. Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. Yeah, Mitzi. No, Mitzi did her best though. Okay, we lost 1 gold. Oh, that's so bad. I don't like this. This pincer attack is doing really badly on all of us. This is really bad. This is really bad. What am I gonna do? Okay, best course of action. Best course of action. Mitzi needs to be able to kill whatever comes her way. So I'm gonna give her a couple of turrets. A little bit of a boost so she's able to kill anything that comes that way. And these girls are just gonna have to, okay. Medical girls, stay behind so nobody can spawn here. Okay, and we have a self-powered room, which is good, because it means enemies won't spawn out of here, but enemies will continue spawning out of there unless we don't move our friend. So she's gonna stay there for a little while. She's gonna have to stay there for a little while, and I'm gonna plop another industry, so we can start making some more industry. And as for the long road to redemption, I think this is longer. I think this is longer. It's not longer. Wow. Whoops. Okay, so we literally have like a giant kill row. And are there enemies spawning from below? I don't think so. In that case, Mitzi, move up. Do your thing. In case you're wondering, the turrets will fire even if there are no people there. Oh, actually, they'll be fine. And that's the sound we're looking for. So, no, you need to stay here so enemies won't spawn right next to what we're looking for. Next to our generator. Oh, no, you know what? That's taken care of now. In that case, you move up here so nobody can be summoned there. And as you can tell, this game is like super high-level tactics, and I love that. I am a super giant fan of Final Fantasy Tactics. I played the hell out of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I'm like this close to have the courage to play it on the channel because that game is so good. That game is so good, you have no idea. I played so much of that game. So Mitzi is protecting this area. We have our little nurse girl blocking any enemies that can be summoned there. Let's dash. This is a dead end! Oh, that's bad. That is really bad. Okay, so how the hell do we take care of this? Because someone has to stay behind now, basically. Hey, nurse girl. Get out of there. No. Okay, whew. Ha, that was a little bit, that's a little intense there. I almost lost my cool there. Oh, by the way, the rooms need to be powered. If you don't have the power, you can't actually gain the bonuses from the modules. Okay, Mitzi, you need a little bit of help there. So let's just summon like a bunch of more modules. We haven't had any science though. That's the problem. This is not my definition of a party. Okay, nurse. Hello, nurse. Officer Jenny. Oh, can't you see? You can lock me up and throw away the key. That's like #1 top song that I reference all the time. That is Two Perfect Girls from me, from like the original Pokemon things. It's pretty funny. we have it. Our base is covered, so it should be fine. 11, perfect. Hey, nurse girl, run, 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 run. You do not let them attack the. Oh my god. Are we getting any people from here? I don't think we are. I don't think we are. Oh, this is bad. You may be asking yourselves, Max, why aren't you doing anything else? It's just like, I don't have the offensive abilities. Now, what I want to do is I'm actually gonna... Is this wise? This seems like a totally unwise idea. This isn't like the definition of an unwise idea. Okay, I've powered up this entire area, so Mitzi is not needed here anymore. I'm gonna move her up here. I'm gonna move her up here, so we don't have to worry about that area anymore. You may be asking yourselves, but Max, what about all these things? They're okay, sure, but we need to soften up the ability of the enemy to actually get on our faces. So I think 4 should be enough for now, and you two girls are moving up. And you move up here so nobody can be summoned there. Oh, that's a branching tree. I don't like that. We haven't had a merchant yet. We haven't had a research institute, my god. We haven't had a research area yet. And that's a dead end. Wow, this one playthrough has been a lot less nice. Hey, look at that. It's a feast. Okay, and Mitzi's gonna... Oh, Mitzi's having issues with monsters. She's getting a lot of monsters. No, oh, they're too fast. That's the thing. They're too fast. Mitzi. Mitzi. Save us, Mitzi. He's gonna get a couple of hits in. He's gonna get a couple of hits in. Man. You know what? Okay, you know what? Mitzi's gonna be in mobile duty now. There's no... Yeah, I cannot... We're getting monsters that rush for the core, which is not good. In that case, Mitzi's gonna have to be moving then. Yeah. She's gonna have to be moving then, yeah. I can't have her just be stationary anymore. No, you have to stay here so nobody spawns here. Who would I rather have on mobile? You know what? In that case, Mitzi, you be here. And you get over here. Not exactly the best shift. Not exactly the best shift. Oh, I forgot I have armor. I better get this to somebody. That's -1 speed. I don't care, actually. Mitzi, you just got yourself... Oh, no, you already have that. Hey, you just got yourself a new set of armor. So just really quickly got over abilities. Plus 10% defense when grouped with people they trust. Characters actually have, like, personality things. Like, some of them are racist, basically. That's what I'm saying. Because there's 3 types of characters here. Military, prisoners, basically, like, the people who are bossing around in the space prison, the prisoners themselves, and natives to this planet. You can actually get some natives to this planet, and some characters are basically racist. That's it. There's no way to get around that. Or speciest, I guess, if you want to just twist that a little bit more sillily. Like, I'm gonna just plop a bunch of guns here because there's no way we're gonna have enough money to ever power everything up. So we haven't. Do we have any stations that we can power up? Yes, we have this one. I'm gonna just plop. What is good? What is good? What is good? What is good? We haven't had any need for science. I'm gonna plop another food in here. That should be good. I like that this whole area down here is safe. The top is the problem. That's funny because the top is usually the best part. I'm talking about muffins, you guys. My god. The top of the muffin is the best part. Let's be honest here. Oh, finally some research. Monsters, 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 monsters. No monsters. Okay, good. So we finally got research, but we gotta power it up in order to use it, which is a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. No, I can't do that. I simply cannot do that. No, it can't happen. It cannot happen. That's bad. We're not gonna get any research. That's problematic. Okay, next 2 pieces of gold. I'm gonna power this up. Let's move up, everybody. That's a dead end. Wow. Excuse me, not yet. Okay, oh, Mitzi! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! We can't be losing gold, Mitzi. Also, you're having a little bit of a trouble there, lady. Okay, okay, that was the sound that we're looking for. That was a little bit problematic. I am getting the feeling that we're not gonna get enough money. And the problem is that you only get research whenever a door is open. It's basically the ticking of the clock. And without enough time, we won't be able to activate the research. Wow. I'm getting one of those, like, terrible scenarios. She's gotta stay here to cover those bases, though. And to be entirely honest, it's actually smarter if she's inside of our room, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just multi-manage. Multi-manage. Macro-manage. Promote synergy. That's the last door of the dungeon. Wow. This was not exactly the best dungeon. That was not the best. Not the best dungeon. Okay, lady. Move. Move. Lady, you run. I want you to run faster. 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 Okay. Turning on the lights. Turn on the lights. Okay. Switch places. Because Mitzi, you're way stronger than her. Losing gold. Thankfully, it doesn't matter much the gold at the end of the level because it always resets. Mitzi! Mitzi, you're usually the better at doing damage. Okay, everybody, I don't care if you lose defense. Get in there. Kill all these enemies. We're taking damage really quickly. My god, that was not good. That was not good. Look at all the power that we just lost. Well, on the bright side, we just gotta get down here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna power all of this here. We have a pretty safe path, actually. So I'm gonna get both of you girls. Just get to this. Just get to the safe area. Just get to the safe area already. Doesn't matter. And lady, we're at the end of the dungeon. That's just life. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Activate your ability, and let's get out of here. As you can tell, boom, 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 boom. Enemies popping out of everywhere. Little red dots. Red dots keep falling on my head. And that's just the way that this game is just gonna end. This episode's for me and you. And now I got a bit for, well, I don't know how that song goes, to be entirely honest. Our tradition is the new guy on the team takes all blame for failures. Yes! I love the character in this game. Anyhow, that's it for the first episode of this series. It went a little bit long, but I wanted to give you 2 floors of experience. But anyhow, we're going to be moving on with more episodes later on. I hope you enjoyed this series. And if you do, give it a like and subscribe if you want more. Leave a comment there. I would really appreciate it. I know that this is not exactly like the narrative games that I played, but I was feeling like something a little different. I hope you don't mind. But anyhow, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon.